Всем привет! Кто тут есть и кого тут нет? Да даже почти стихами. Так, на чем бишь мы остановились?
Greetings, Henry.
Ой, привет. С тобой после секиса нельзя разговаривать, да? Ну и ладно. Посмотрим задания, что ли. Какие у нас более-менее активные. Я тут немножко не распределил навыки. Отлично. Что нам интересно? Не знаю. Вот это хорошая вещь. Самая полезная, я думаю, из тех, которые остались. Ну и само собой. Вот это неплохо. М-м. М-м. Вот это хочу. Так, хорошо. Так, да, я хотел задание посмотреть. Что у нас по заданиям? Значит, фальшивомонетчики. Проверка верную мастерскую. Узнать по созыву работать с медью. Место, что зовется домом, это отстройка села. Королевское серебро. Это в Скалицу ехать. Это вот два почти рядом задания. Кочевники. Ну, тоже неплохо. Но я что-то вчера навоевался так, поэтому попробуем-ка найти фальшивомонетчиков все-таки. А, даже так? Ну ладно. Кстати, у нас в руках почему-то меч, а не топор наш любимый. Зато у меня теперь золотые шпоры. Ну я вообще красавчик. Мне ж одно обаяние сразу туда придают. Лошадка. Ну что ж, попробуем сразу сюда, наверное. Не знаю, через какие. Да нет, достаточно прямой путь выбрал. Сейчас, правда, ночь наступит уже. Угу. Ну, давай разведаем. Собаки с нами нет, это очень неудобно.
Hi, Ellie. I remember that ugly mud. What? Now I can knock.
You'll get one
Привет.
more. I'll squash you like the louse you are.
What's
Ну
right?
как тебе?
Come on.
Christ!
Ага. И... Ох ты. А если это я не заметил? Ха. Вот тебе и ха. У вас даже брони нет. Господи. Все. Вроде все. Так. Нет, нет, не гриб, не гриб, не гриб. Фальшион возьмем. Фальшион возьмем. Пернач, по-моему, дешевый очень. Что у тебя? Краснобай пригодится. Всегда остальное. У тебя что? Тоже краснобай. Вообще отлично. Самому не варить. И подожди, а где еще один? А вот. И у тебя краснобай. Еще собачья. Что собачья? Снимает похмелье. Ну, возьмем. Что нет-то? Поехали, Бурак. Так, а здесь у нас живет мельник. Я по воровству как-то не очень пошел в это похождение. Больше в боевочке. Ага. И нам на постоялый двор бы заехать сразу. Который вот здесь вот. Ну, на Ашку просто ехать. Хотя Ашка здесь везде нет. Надо поставить меточку, чтобы проехаться.
Yeah. Yeah.
Тихо. Че, успею я номер снять? Толка не закроется.
God watch over you.
Can I sleep?
Спать бы где?
All right. For how long?
Just the one night.
No problem.
Here you are.
You take care.
Опа. Опять турнир. Ну чё, надо ехать. Турнир пропускать нельзя. Сейчас сохранимся. Турнир есть турнир, это святое. Надо ехать. Благо здесь не очень далеко. О, я здорово питаюсь. Кстати, надо поесть. Кстати, надо поесть.
Hey,
Ну, отойди, друг. Я на турнир
Окей.
опаздываю. Да ё.
damn.
Когда дойдешь, нет? Так, что у нас? По сытости 74. 74, а если я съем из котелка, я не переем? Нет, нормально. Так, эффекты смотрим. Вот оно. Правильная диета. Прибавка плюс 1 к живучести и ловкости. Благодаря хорошему питанию. Вот получается у меня вообще практически все. Ну, не все, но ловкость и живучесть у меня на 20. Ну, крутышка, чё.
Can't sleep either.
No, no. I forgot something.
Все, бурак. Поехали на турнир.
Who thinks he's above the law. Do you hear?
В очередной раз, наверное, не знаю, я раз 10, наверное, уже участвую в турнире. Как нам лучше? Сразу сюда? Ну да. Десятый раз участвую. Поначалу призы неплохие. Так, уклоняемся. Все, надоело мне. Поначалу призы неплохие, классные даже. И потом начинается топор, булава. Меч, кстати, ни разу не дали. Хотя бы меч Ирода дали хоть. Я, кстати, его не покупал даже. Потому что мне показалось, что он хуже топора. Главное, чтобы меня сейчас не штрафанули. Какой враг? Откуда враг? А, я без этого проехал. Ой. Без факела нельзя по ночам ездить. Да ё-моё. Пойти с ним сразу поговорить.
What are you doing? Creeping around like a footpad. Everyone has to carry a light at night by law.
Ну, типа, я должен штраф заплатить.
What the?
You can't walk around here in the dark without a light.
Ладно, ладно, я включаю фонарь. Все, вот, всё. Нормально? Включаю фонарь. Хе. Ладно, ничего, если что, штраф заплатим, нормально. А перед турниром надо хорошо выспаться. Ну, наверное, как-то так. Побежали на турнир. Точнее, поедем, я думаю. Ну, ты далеко как.
Ah, watch what you're doing. There's people walking here.
Все. Ты мне что ли?
Who's... Hey,
Такое ощущение, что здесь кто-то ко мне обращается. Что-то непонятно. Ладно.
who are you?
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Я
I'd like
хочу
to
в
enroll
турнире
in the big
поучаствовать.
tournament.
All right. As long as you've got the enrollment stake, son.
Of course. Here you are.
Эх, у меня, я сейчас
I'll write
посмотрел,
your
уже
name down.
55 тысяч.
Henry, you said. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
Ну, топором, может, для разнообразия.
I've had plenty of practice with an axe and shield, so I'll go for that.
Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. Good luck then.
То все время длинный меч, то длинный меч выбираю.
Entering the arena now will be Yera of Benashov, called Kipper, a mercenary by profession. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Saradze Kubla. Welcome, our warriors.
Welcome.
Who's there?
All is prepared for the first duel. Prepare to watch a fierce fight with axes and shields.
What's that?
Да кто там? Ха!
Who's there?
Сейчас ты получишь, гаденыш.
Herrgott! Fucker!
Все?
And the winner of the first bout is Henry of Skalitz.
What's that?
And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Получи, фашист, гранату.
Fuck!
Way off!
Эх, чуть еще раз его не ударил.
Second duel, he is Henry of Skalitz. Having proved his combat skills in this round and emerged victorious, he shall proceed to the next round of the Ratai Tourney.
What's going on there?
The first combatant will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Saradze Kubla. And his adversary will be
Hey, who's there?
Stephen
Who
of
are you?
Deliverance, spearman in the company of
Right.
Saradze Kubla. Let us wish the combatants luck. All is prepared for the first duel. Prepare to watch a fierce fight with axes and shields.
Hey, who's there?
God! Missed!
What's going on there? Who's there?
Ish.
А, все?
It's the end of the first round of combat, and the victor is Henry of Skalitz.
О,
And now's the time to choose
длинный
weapons
меч.
for the next duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Ну окей.
What's up? Shit yourself? Bollocks! Piss!
Вот это я попался. Еще раз попался.
Give up? God!
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. As victor in this round, he shall proceed to the next.
What's going on there? Hey,
Meeting face to face in this round will be
С какой-то вояка хочет с меня
master swordsman from
стрясти
far off Frankfurt,
штраф,
who will
видимо,
measure his skills against
который...
Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzik Kabbalah. Welcome, our warriors. The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. Prepare to watch a fierce fight with axes and shields.
Погнали. Что ты кричишь? Что ты кричишь? На тебе, прямо искры полетели в глаз. Ау. Ага, теперь он со мной то же самое сделал. Что ты дышишь мне в лицо?
Cacker!
Сам ты кака.
Go hunt! Now, now.
Ух ты, он меня поймал в какой-то сложный захват. А как тебе вот это вот? А вот это... А, хорош, 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 отходим.
Who's there? What's going on there?
Куда ты побежал? Балерун. Да что ты действительно балерун. Все.
And the winner of the first bout is Henry of Skalitz.
What's going on there? What's that?
И теперь, ну,
Now's the
практически то же
time
самое.
to
С
choose
молоточками.
weapons for the next duel. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Ой-ой. На тебе по репе. Вот и все.
We have a victor in the second duel.
Размолотили.
He is Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Ratai tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sahanash of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sahanash.
Кто-нибудь с меня штраф возьмет вообще? Вон он, Гануш. Сюда.
You put on a hell of
Ух
a
ты,
show,
меч
Henry.
барона разбойника, что
Here's
это
your
такое?
hard-earned reward.
Вот это неожиданно.
Take care.
Спасибо. Сейчас посмотрим, что это такое.
Believe it. But before I pick it up, I reckon
Меч барона разбойника. Так, ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. Но по цене не сказать, что он крут. Но он не крут. Он не крут. Давайте не будем смотреть зубы дареному коню и забивать себе голову без слов. Ну, короче, так себе в описании даже написано. Эй, жалко, что ли, был нормальный меч подарить. Подогнать. Ну ладно. Дареному
What's going
коню,
on there?
как говорится. Откуда этот голос, а? Дареному коню, как говорится, не смотрят.
What's the...
Who? Don't move a finger.
Так, я сдаюсь, сдаюсь, сдаюсь,
You'll
сдаюсь,
have to
сдаюсь.
answer for your
Я сдаюсь, сдаюсь,
lawbreaking.
сдаюсь, сдаюсь, сдаюсь.
Hell.
Тихо, тихо, тихо.
You were seen going around in the dark with no light. That's forbidden here. Is
Что
that
ты?
clear?
Я секретное
Well,
задание
you
выполнял.
won't forget this in a hurry, because it'll take a nice pile of coin to fix it.
Так, что нам выбрать? Секретное задание. Да? Секретное
Just
задание.
my luck. Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance between King Wenceslas and King Sigismund. High politics, you know? Not a peep to anyone.
Well, I thought. Well, that is, I had no idea. If that's how it is, of course you may go.
Вот и все. Мне бы попродавать из всякого. Так. Здесь 125 на это. Ну, такой же, короче. Ну, в принципе, лошадь и место еще есть. Можно и не задерживаться здесь в магазинах. Ну, как-то так. Половцы. Да, проверь. Не получилось, да? У нас сыч есть.
Állj, te kutya! Add meg magad, vagy ki... Most megkapod! Ez minden, amit tudsz!
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй. Надо уходить, короче. Так, а я не сохранился. Да ё-моё. А, нет, все нормально, сохранился после турнира. Нам же вот этот меч дали. Фу, тут все в порядке, короче. Фу ты, ну ты. В общем, надо с собой собаку брать. Без собаки как-то не очень хорошо получается. Она хотя бы отвлечет одного-двух. Так, опять вы.
You! Don't move a muscle. Surrender!
Сдаюсь,
You'll
сдаюсь,
have to
сдаюсь, сдаюсь,
answer
сдаюсь,
for
сдаюсь.
your law breaking.
Сдаюсь я.
I'd let it go if
Придурки.
it was somewhere else. But roaming around here after dark without a light is against the law, and that's a serious matter, especially in these troubled times. Well, you won't forget this.
You're making this.
Все. Успокоился. Ну, еще и эту кольчугу покоцаю. Так, у меня наборы портного кончились, да? Угу. Уж закрылись.
God watch over. Goodbye.
Ну что ж, будем спать здесь. В городе.
Yeah.
Так, портной.
Of course, my dear.
Вот сюда вот.
God's blessings. God bless.
4К у нее. Что-то у тебя все дешево так, дорогая. Дешево покупает. Так, ладно. Ну, купить надо все равно. Так. Ну и малость давай сразу все купим.
Let's talk about the price. Are we agreed?
Come now. Just a little more, and we have a deal.
Ну, давай так.
Aye. For that amount, I can be persuaded.
Все. Я у вас. Чинимся и поехали.
Asparagus that'll cut you in half, and cucumbers that'll cure what ails you. Come.
Так. Проверь гравюрную мастерскую. Мгм. Может, в этой корчме спросить. Насчет меди. Секундочку. Мгм.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Are there any problems around?
Nothing I've heard about.
Farewell.
Что у меня есть? Так. Игрок. Ладно. Так, а зачем я назад пошел? Мне в другую сторону. Так. Поговорить. Давай поговорим.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Нет.
God be with you.
Мне тут просто надо с кем-нибудь поговорить, я думаю. Давай с тобой.
God save you.
Ну давай номер
Have
с
you
ним
got
на
bed
всякий
for them?
случай.
Aye. For how long?
Just the one.
No problem.
Here you go.
You'll like it.
Are there any problems?
Nothing I've heard. God be with you.
Попробуй внутрь зайти.
I'd like to strangle that wastrel of an overseer's lad.
Ули с Ульрихом мы уже разговаривали. С этим
What
тоже,
out
в
you,
принципе.
sir?
Well, Master Payne.
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you want to buy something?
Кости.
Or throw a few dice?
Why not?
Я у тебя уже что-то покупал, по-моему. Ну, давай карту сокровищ купим. Может, когда-нибудь я начну ходить по этим картам. Так. Давай просто купим, ну и все. С тобой. Угу. Неожиданно.
Yeah. Yeah.
Кстати, у меня должны замки сейчас уже вроде автоматически открываться. Сейчас попробуем. Оп, отлично. А здесь еще нет.
God be with you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
Good luck to you.
что-то я куда-то не туда ускакал.
Yeah.
Так, с хозяйкой купальни, с Флорианом. Давайте сначала с хозяйкой поговорим.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Давай
I'd
сначала
like
мы у тебя
to
помоемся.
order something here.
So what are you interested in?
Все хочу.
A bit of everything.
I'm sure. Goodbye.
Они еще и сохраняют.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like that.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
I'm sorry they took her, but what...
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he...
Угу.
Good luck then.
Давай еще раз у нас спросим.
I'd like to know more about the kidnapping.
А, ну мы все это уже выяснили.
God bless.
Окей. Вот ты. Здоровенько.
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then? All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. I didn't want to get involved, I swear. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That scum took her right out of the bathhouse.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Look, Florian, I'm sorry for what you're going through, honestly. But I'm not the only one who's after these people. As soon as they get wind of something, they'll be out of here and Esther will be gone with them.
If Rapiter finds I've told you anything, they'll kill her.
Not if I catch Rapiter first. He's here in town, isn't he?
Yes, he is. They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the shit pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapiter. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. And I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapiter?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
How did you hand over the punch die to them?
Rapiter waited for me behind the church. I didn't want to give it to them without seeing Esther first.
And did they let you?
Yes, although I don't really know why. They took me to a derelict farm in the Skalitz Hills. My poor Esther, they'd scared her half to death.
So at least you know she's alive.
Who knows? It was a while ago. And they never let her go, even after I did what they wanted. They said they'd be needing more.
More punch dice?
They wear out over time. And they have to be replaced regularly.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Go. I hope you get revenge. See you later.
А вот и ты.
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me?
Это
Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know you buy Quicksilver for those counterfeiters.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time. No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both gonna have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
Просто если его убить, то мало ли, а вдруг он какую-то инфу утаил. И мы уже ничего не узнаем, а так, кто его знает. Я же не знаю, какой там дальше сюжет будет. Может быть, он еще пригодится. Может, у него какие-нибудь сведения ценные еще есть. Может, что-то под пыткой он их откроет. Тоже знаю. Так. Заручись с помощью Ульриха, найди вход среди Ага, что ли. Так, а девушку спасать? Это задание. Это тоже не то. Это... Так, кстати, это не в одном ли месте будет все дело? Сейчас проверим. Нет. Нет, ну в принципе мне его помощь пригодится. Почему не позвать с собой Ульриха? Он у нас здесь на постоялом дворе, да? Окей. Извини, мужик. Я не хотел. Тихо, 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 тихо. Что за это? Дрифт, блин, на лошади. Угу. Вот он. Бухает, сидит.
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Faithfar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
Я щит не взял. А, нет, взял. Если щитом то все окей. Блин.
Well,
здорово, парни.
look what's come crawling out. Hey, who's that?
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Watch out! Well, I'm...
Merka.
Что, убежал, что ли? Ну, пускай бежит. Ужас, жив, что ли? Неплохое. Барахлишко. Так, у нас перевес сразу. Так, попробуем. Так, разбойник. Уже я тут постарался.
Watch out, you got a serious
Another 3 score and another, but 3 would be better. What do you want here? I don't know you.
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
Radzig Kobila, the king's hetman. I see.
I'm here to place you under arrest.
I gathered as much. And you came alone. Ha! Very daring of you, I must say.
There isn't there?
I'll manage. Sometimes even a king can be deposed without an army.
So I'm a king now, and you want to dethrone me? By the way, who betrayed me?
That hardly matters, does it?
Do you think I won't get a chance to settle up with them? But I hope you don't imagine I'm just going to follow meekly after you like a lamb to the slaughter.
20-23, шансов нет. Ну, шансы есть.
And where would you want to go?
Anywhere. Anywhere else is preferable to Kobila's dungeon.
Really? You can't go to Moravia. The Margrave himself is after you there. And in Bohemia, the kings may change, but the coin remains, my friend.
What do you mean?
Whoever gets to be king, they can't afford to have someone forging money.
Do you think I'm doing this on my own?
No, but when the kingdom's back in order, and it'll be time to shut this little operation down, they'll be only too happy to let you take the blame. Counterfeiting money gets no clemency.
It doesn't matter. Kobila will string me up from the highest tree in any case.
Maybe, but you're very shrewd and very persuasive. And you might know a few things that are worth more than your life. It's up to you. Either you give yourself up and try to make a deal with Sir Radzig, or you'll be on the run for the rest of your life.
A deal with Sir Radzig? It's true they say he's a canny man.
If you cooperate, you stand a chance.
Oh, very well then. May as well climb straight into the maw of the beast.
So let's go. Master Fafar will be itching to ask you a few questions.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fafar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Мгм. Мне жалко, собаки нет со мной. С собакой было бы удобно. Так, лошадь, ты главное скачи, как бы себя напугать, а? Ладно.
Blood will be spilt.
Ты один, что ли, был? Господи. Я думал, у вас там... Его отдай. Я-то думал, что меня сейчас здесь жестко присанут. Ладно. Ой, простите, отче, что я на вас лошадью наехал. Не понял, а он где вообще? Нет, ну здесь его быть не может, он идет наверху. В башне сидит. Здравствуйте, пан.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
Угу. Блин, а время уже, ну ладно. Что они все спать так просто. Уже почти 9. Не забудь факел. Ну, очень длинная загрузочка. Так. Так, я не понял, где же он? А, вот он спит, господи. Здорово.
God be with you.
Так, а чему ты нас учишь? Спасибо.
I need the key to Yazek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
No wonder he doesn't want to talk to you.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Take care.
Так, а тюрьма она здесь где-то. Сбоку, если зайти, по-моему. Вот так можно туда пройти, да. А, нет, погодите. Погодите. Это не тюрьма. Это хранилище. Ну, со склад. Ой, простите. И я как-то не туда попал, да. Да что это, надо уходить отсюда.
Hey, who's there?
Да, блин, ладно, я через эту дверь можно выйду? Вот здесь вот Антон, да? Да, точно, я помню внизу. Вот здесь вот сидит, да? Здесь тоже кто-то сидит. И здесь тоже кто-то сидит.
Welcome, Henry. Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
Radzig will keep me alive only as long as it takes to get everything I know out of me. You, on the other hand, gave me certain assurances. So I want to be sure that the secrets my life depends on end up in good hands.
So come on, out with it. Tell me everything you know, and then we'll see.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so. This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced, and after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
Пан Юзик, пан Юзик. Наверное, закрыть надо. А то сбежит еще. Так, ну хорош, наверное, на сегодня. Как раз ночь, пора спать. Спокойной ночи, Бурак. Прости меня за то, что я тебя тогда стрелой в попу попал. Угу. Все.